So what's the secret sauce? How do you get 169 million views in just 8 weeks? Well, today we are cracking the code on MrBeast's viral genius. We're going to deconstruct one of his most successful videos ever. All right, let's jump right into this masterclass.
First, let's just let that number sink in. 169 million views in 2 months. To give you some perspective, that is literally more people than the entire population of Russia. This stuff doesn't happen by accident. No, this is engineered from the ground up.
And how do you get the whole world to pay attention? You put a life-changing amount of money on the line, $250,000. See, this isn't just a prize. It's the whole reason we're watching. It immediately jacks up the stakes for everyone involved.
So yeah, how did he do it? What is the secret formula that takes a pretty simple idea and turns it into a global sensation? That's exactly what we're about to break down.
It all comes down to the first 3 seconds. On YouTube, that's pretty much all the time you've got to convince somebody not to scroll away. We're going to look at the 4 key principles that made this video's hook absolutely impossible to ignore.
These are the 4 pillars right here. First, a hook that's emotional but also totally extreme. Second, stakes that are super high and crystal clear. Third, a concept so simple you get it in a second. And finally, you have drama that is guaranteed to happen.
Okay, so let's dig into that first pillar. The real genius here is taking a super relatable, kind of universally awkward feeling, running into your ex, and mashing it together with a situation that is so extreme, so uncomfortable, you just can't look away.
And you can see it all happening before you even click play. I mean, look at the thumbnail. It's a work of art. The looks on their faces tell you the whole story. Stress, frustration. You're not just clicking to see a video. You're clicking because you have to know the answer to the question, oh my God, how bad is this going to get?
Next up, the stakes. This isn't just some funny challenge. It's a fight for an amount of money that would change most people's lives. That prize money is the fuel for the whole story. It gives all of us watching a really powerful reason to care about who wins.
Right? That cash turns this from a weird social experiment into this high-stakes psychological game. And it gets you asking yourself questions like, would I do that for the money? Are they going to make it? Who's going to crack first? That's the tension that keeps our eyes glued to the screen. And now for pillar number 3, which is all about speed. In this world of endless scrolling, you've got maybe 1 second to grab someone. It's the 1-second rule. If people can't understand the entire point of your video in a single glance, they are gone.
And this concept, it's absolute perfection. Survive 30 days chained to your ex, win a bunch of money. That's it. That's the whole plot in 1 sentence. There's no confusion. It takes 0 effort to understand. And that kind of radical simplicity is what makes an idea go viral.
Which brings us to our final principle. The idea itself is basically a conflict machine. You take 2 people who already have a complicated past, you literally chain them together, and then you throw $250,000 into the mix. Drama isn't just possible, it's guaranteed.
And that's what makes it so irresistible, right? The promise of chaos is baked right into the premise. You just know it's going to get awkward, it's going to be funny, and it's probably going to get messy. You have to click just to see the fireworks go off.
So that's the 4-part formula. Now let's take a look at how this all actually played out in the video, creating this insane pressure cooker environment from the very first scene.
And the tension between the contestants, Josh and Suzie, it's there from minute 1. It's immediate, it's raw. It starts with the classic stuff. She broke up with me. But man, it escalates fast into these full-blown fights, with insults flying back and forth.
And none of this was left up to chance. Oh no. The producers were basically puppet masters here, just systematically tightening the screws on them. I mean, look at this timeline. Every few days there was a new test, a new twist, all designed to ramp up the physical and psychological pressure, pushing them closer and closer to either a total breakdown or maybe a breakthrough.
But here's where it gets really interesting. This is where the video becomes more than just a formula. See, a viral hook and some manufactured drama can get you clicks, but it's not going to keep people watching for 30 minutes. The real magic happens when this whole thing pivots from a spectacle into a genuinely moving human story.
And this is the exact moment everything changes. Right in the middle of all the arguments and the challenges, Suzie drops this absolute bombshell of a confession. And suddenly, it's not really about the money anymore, is it? It's about unresolved feelings and real, honest-to-God heartbreak.
And then Josh hits back with his own bombshell. He reveals that right before they broke up, he was saving up for an engagement ring that he actually went out and bought. It's this jaw-dropping moment that ends with the most perfect, kind of hilarious punchline. When they broke up, he sold the ring and bought a motorcycle. It's that beautiful mix of real heart and great humor.
So, just when it looks like they might have found their way back to each other, the producers drop the ultimate twist, a lie detector test, to expose all their hidden truths. And they give each of them a key that gives them the power to betray the other person and walk away with all of the money.
And then this happens. The polygraph says Josh's answer is a lie. In that one single moment, this huge seed of doubt is planted. Has he been playing her this whole time? Is this all just a game to him? It is a brilliant, brilliant twist that keeps you guessing right up until the very last second.
So, let's pull all these threads together. What made this video so incredibly powerful? Why were millions of us just completely unable to look away? Well, it really all comes down to this perfect marriage of cold, calculated strategy and a truly authentic human story.
So here's the main takeaway. That viral formula we talked about, that was the hook. That's what got us through the door. But it was the messy, unpredictable, and surprisingly real human drama that made us stay for the whole show. The whole setup was engineered, sure, but it forced out these genuine emotions, and that final kiss, that was the perfect, satisfying ending to a love story we didn't even know we were signing up for.
And that leaves us with one last, pretty fascinating question. We've just watched a masterclass in how to create entertainment where real, raw emotions play out inside a completely artificial world. So is this blend of manufactured situations and authentic human reactions, is this the future of entertainment? It's definitely something worth thinking about. Thanks for tuning in.